Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Amagyanatimirandam. Amagyanatimirandasya Gyana Anjana Salakaya Chakkura Nimiletan Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Soyam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Sopadantikam Vandeham Siguru Sirutapadakammalam Sigurun Vaisnavanam Cha Sirupam Sagrajatam Sagana Siragunatam Vitam Tam Tajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devansi Sagana Litam Sri Vishakham Vitam Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriya Vancha Kalpatrivascha Krupa Sindhu Vacha Patitanam Pavanabhya Vaishnavya Namo 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 Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Tinamini Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Pasata Desatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gauravakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So Hare Krishna. So as we know that the very auspicious, adorable, admirable August appearance day of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, so Nrsimhadev is near approaching. So let us discuss about the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, sorry, Nrsimha and Prahlāda Leela. Today's very important topics that inspiring lessons from Prahlāda Mahārāja. So that is the best way to celebrate Nrsimhadev, with understanding, proper understanding. Without proper understanding, the celebration is mere sentimental or just a formalities. It will not reap the fruits, real fruits, if we do not know why we are celebrating, what is the teaching of Prahlāda Mahārāja, what is the pastime of Nrsimhadev. So we must know in depth. Krishna say, Jo me beti tattataha. Those who know me not superficially, in truth, they will go back to Godhead. Bhakta mama vijanante javanja chasami tattataha. Tattata means in truth, not just superficially. Therefore, one should understand the teaching of Prahlāda Mahārāja, the pastime of the Lord, the lessons from the Prahlāda Mahārāja from Bhagavatam. Then the celebration of Nrsimhadev, Transcendental Appearance Day, can be meaningful, purposeful, and fruitful. Therefore, Krishna also spoke, there's a beautiful verses, Krishna spoke to Nanda Maharaj. He said that Gatva cha karmani janayam anustishtati vidusa karma siddhisad jatha nividusa bhavet. Krishna say that when people in this world perform activities, sometimes they understand what they are doing, sometimes they do not. Those who know what they are doing achieve success in their work, whereas ignorant people do not. That is very important. Simply for a sentimental or for a formality, official or passively celebrating Nrsimha Chaturdasi is not actually real celebration of Nrsimha Chaturdasi. But understanding the core philosophy, the core teaching, the core lesson, why I should celebrate Nrsimhadev. What is the significance of celebrating Nrsimha Chaturdasi? Who is Prahlāda Mahārāja? What is his teaching? What lesson we can imbibe from him and apply in our life? These are very important things one should learn. That's why this Vyasadeva has recorded all this pastime in Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam for our benefit, by hearing from the right source. So Prahlāda Mahārāja, today's topic discussion is inspiring lesson from Prahlāda Mahārāja. So Prahlāda Mahārāja is a Mahājana. So Shastra say that Mahājana jana gatasa panta. One should follow the path of Mahājana. That means one should learn from Mahājana. Tarka pratishtha shrutaya vivinna nasau rusijasya matam hi binnam dharmasya tattvam nihitam guhyam Mahājana jena gatasa panta. So Shastra say, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that dry argument are inconclusive. You argue, I argue. There is no conclusion. A great personality whose opinion does not differ from others, not considered a great sage. A sage or Muni, their opinion always differs. Simply by studying the Vedas, which are variegated, one cannot come to the right path by which religious principles are understood. No. One cannot understand what is real dharma simply by Vedic study, because Vedic study is variegatedness. So one cannot understand, cannot come into the conclusion, right path. So then how we can come to the right path? How one can know that what is the proper method, proper modus operandi to approach Supreme Lord, to fulfill the purpose of life? So then it says that the solid truth of religious principle is hidden in the heart of an unadulterated self-realized person. They are called Mahājana, unadulterated self-realized person. Consequently, as Shastra confirm, one should accept whatever progressive path the Mahājana advocate. So this is the injunction of the Shastra. One should follow the Mahājana. One should follow or accept whatever the progressive path advocated by the Mahājana. The 12 Mahājana and Prahlāda Mahārāja is one of the Mahājana. Therefore, it is imperative, indispensable for everyone to follow the Prahlāda Mahārāja, because he is also one of the Mahājana. It is stated in this verse that the 12 Mahājana. So, Swayambhu Narada Sambhu Kumara Kapila Manu Prahlāda Janaka Vismam Balir Vaisaki Bayam. So they know dharmam bhagavatam bhata guhyam visuddham durbhadam yam gatva amritam asnute. Here it is said that Lord Brahma, Bhagavan, Narada, Lord Shiva, the four Kumaras, Lord Kapila, the son of Devotee, Swayambhu Manu, Prahlāda Mahārāja. Prahlāda Mahārāja is one of the Mahājana. Janak Maharaj, grandfather Bhishma, Bali Maharaj, Sukadev Goswami, I myself know the real religious principle. My dear servant, this transcendental religious principle, which is known as Bhagavad Dharma, Dharman Miha Bhagavatam, or surrender unto the Supreme Lord, love for Him is uncontaminated by the material modes of nature. It is very confidential, difficult for ordinary human being to understand. But if by chance one fortunately understand it, is immediately liberated, and thus he returns home back to God. That's why one must follow. Just like we follow the path somebody has already cracked the examination, IIT or IS examination. We follow them. Oh, he has already done. He has already cracked it. He knows how to do that. Therefore, this religious principle, the Bhagavad Dharma, how to go back to Godhead, which is the ultimate purpose of life, Prema Pumartha Mahan, develop the love of Godhead. So that formula, that Bhagavad Dharma, known by the 12 Mahājana. Therefore, we should follow the Mahājana. Therefore, all our sampradaya, Brahma Sampradaya, Rudra Sampradaya, Sri Sampradaya, Kumara Sampradaya, all they were all Mahājana. Lord Shiva is Rudra Sampradaya. He is the Mahājana. So therefore, Brahma is Mahājana. So therefore, we should follow or accept the teaching of Mahājana. Then our life will be successful. Therefore, today's topic is the inspiring lesson from the Prahlāda Mahārāja. So before that, I will show you one beautiful verse. He says that why these Mahājanas are, why you should follow the Mahājana. Somebody may question, are they free from all kind of mistakes? Yes. It is stated that this verse, Brahma pramada vipralipsa karana patva asya vigya bhakye nahi doso isava. So he says that mistake, illusion, cheating, defective perception do not occur in the saying, in the saying of the authoritative sages. So these 12 Mahajana are very authoritative transcendental professor who knows the solid truth or actual truth of religious principle called Bhagavad Dharma or Krishna consciousness. So therefore, here it is said that they are free from mistakes because everybody is prone to mistake. The main is to err is human. That is applicable for us, the conditioned soul, ordinary people. But those who are great authority says, oh, they are. It is not applicable. They are free from. They are above. They transcends all these inabilities, all these defects, illusion, cheating, defective perception. Therefore, their word is as good as the word of the Supreme Lord, which is also free from all four things. Therefore, the Shastra is axiomatic truth. Then no mistake because it is coming out from the mouth of the Lord. Veda, what is that? Vedanta Krit Veda Vicha. Krishna says, I am the compiler of the Veda. I am the creator of all this, compiler of all scriptures. And Krishna also free from all these things. You can see here, Krishna also free from Brahma, Pramada, Vipralipsa, Karana Patva. Ishwara Bhakya Nahi Doso Isava. So the material defect of mistakes, illusion, cheating, sensory inefficiency do not exist in the word of Supreme Personality of God. So therefore, the learning from the Supreme Lord and learning from the great authoritative sages like 12 Mahajan, like Prahlāda Mahārāja, is all equal. They are representative of the God. Their word is equal to the word of the God. So therefore, it is indispensable for the person who desire to get out from this material existence, go back to Godhead, who desire to perfect the purpose of life, must accept and follow the path advocated by Mahajan, particular, and one of the Mahajan called Prahlāda Mahārāja. So today we are going to imbibe the lesson from Prahlāda Mahārāja, which has been recorded in Canto 7, Chapter 9 and Chapter 10. When Prahlāda Mahārāja appeared, Nrsimhadev appeared and killed Hiranyakasipu. So he was very angry. He was not pacified by anyone. He was so angry because Lord can tolerate, so devotee can tolerate his insult, but Lord cannot tolerate. So the Prahlāda Mahārāja was tortured, tormented by his father, demoniac father. See, even a father, he is torturing his own son. Because what is the fault? What is the fault of Prahlāda Mahārāja? He is Krishna consciousness. How the envious people. The demons are very envious of Supreme Lord. Even this, so much envious that he did not want to spare his own son. He wanted to kill him. He attempted but failed. Finally, Lord Hiranyakasipu, Nrsimhadev came and killed this demon, his father Hiranyakasipu. When he killed, he was very angry because, as I told you, Lord is never, Hari Name Aparade, Tare Hari Nam. But Vaishnava Aparad, if somebody has done the Vaishnava Aparad, there is no question of, there is no question of forgiving. Lord never forgets. Because to insult a devotee or torture a devotee, it hurts the heart of the Lord. Because the devotees are in the heart of the Lord. So it hurts. So Lord do not like. So he was very furious, very angry. He appeared as a very, very furious form, very terrific form, Nrsimhadev, half lion, half man, very terrific. Everybody was petrified by seeing this form. Even Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, nobody approaches to pacify him. After killing also, he was so angry. Even Lakshmi Devi was she was very, petrified to approach him. his own consort, own wife. That time Prahlāda Mahārāja approached him. When Prahlāda Mahārāja approached him, he said very nice verse. That is the starting of the first lesson. What he said that Prahlāda Uvacha, say Prahlāda Mahārāja said that Brahma adaya suraguna munayetta siddha sattavai kantana gataya vachasam prabhaya. So he said that very nice, that Prahlāda Mahārāja prayed, how it is possible for me, who have been born in a family of asuras, to offer suitable prayer to satisfy Supreme Personality of Godhead. Even until now, all the demigods headed by Lord Brahma, all the saintly person could not satisfy the Lord by stream of excellent word. Although such persons are very qualified, being in mode of goodness, then what is to be said of me? I am not at all qualified. That is devotees. That is called humility. Humility impresses the Lord. That is the most important thing to be learned, that there is saying that meek and humble inherit the kingdom of God. That is the first lesson, the true humility of a devotee. Prahlāda Mahārāja, although so exalted, for him Lord appears. Satyam vidhatum nijabhutya vasitam bhapticha bhutesu akilechu ātmārāma. Satyam vidhatum, to keep the word, a statement of the Prahlāda Mahārāja, because Prahlāda Mahārāja was asked by his father, where is your God? You are telling he is everywhere. Is he in pillar? Prahlāda Mahārāja said, yes, yes, my father, the demoniac king, my father, he is there in the pillar. To prove the statement of Prahlāda Mahārāja, Satyam vidhatum nijabhutya vasitam, he appears in a very peculiar, very wonderful form. Adhusyati adbhuta rupam udbahan tambe sabayam. He comes out from the pillar and prove the statement that yes, Prahlāda Mahārāja, my dear devotee, you are right. And to declare to the world that I am, to keep the promise of a statement of devotee, I appear as a half man, half lion. So such an exalted devotee, who can cause the Lord to appear? And he himself saying that, oh, even the great saints cannot satisfy you. What to speak of me? I am not qualified. That is the pure devotee always think that I am not qualified. I have no devotion at all. That is the symptoms of pure devotee. Not that, oh, I am so great. I am very, very first class devotee. Oh, I am always engaged in the service of the Lord. All these fake notes, fake proposition has no value. So this has to be, symptoms must be there. So here it is saying that very nicely, the verses are there in CC. So you can see that a pure devotee always think I am not pure. I am not great. Everybody else is great. He says that na prema sarvanadi bhakti rapi bajogo athava vaisnavam jnanam cha subha karma vyakya doho. So here it is said that oh my Lord, I do not have any love for you, nor I am qualified for discharging devotional service by chanting and hearing, nor do I possess the mystic power of a Vaishnava, knowledge or pious activity, nor do I belong to a very high caste family. On the whole, I do not possess anything. Still, O beloved of gopis, because you bestow your mercy on the most fallen, I have an unbreakable hope that is constantly in my heart. That hope is always giving me pain. This verse is by Sanatana Goswami, is quoted Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Very beautiful verse. So this is the devotee. Devotee do not say that I am pure devotee. Oh, I am great. I am first class devotee. No, devotee always I have no love for. This is real humility, not the fake. Simply, I have no humility. That is what you say, confirmation, affirmation. The neophyte, when is saying that I have no devotion for the Lord, then it is okay. You have no. Yes, but they do not say. They say I am great devotee. So there is the humility of devotee is always thinking like this. Always thinking. There's a very nice verse is there. That they will always think that although a pure devotee standard is above all, he still consider himself to be in lowest stage of life. That is the symptoms. Not that proud, puffed up, oh, I neophyte, I know everything, I am doing service. No. This is the real, this is the real symptoms of a pure devotee. So we never think. Prahlāda Mahārāja is showing the symptoms that how he is pretty much if one another verses is there in this regard, that how humility is. Premara swabhava jaha premara sambandha sei mane Krishna moro nahi prema gandha. Beautiful verses. Wherever there is a relationship of love of God, it is natural symptom is that devotee does not think himself a devotee. Instead, he always thinks that he has not even a drop of love for Krishna. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saying that I have no love for Krishna. If I really have love for Krishna, I would have died. Then why you are crying? That's why this fake crying. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, what is this crying? If really I have love for him, then I would have died. So this is the thing. So this is how a pure devotee is. Ekaki amara nahi paya bala hari nama sankritane. So Bhakti Vinod Thakur say, Ekaki hamara nahi paya bala. Sadha bindu diya. I have no devotion. I have no strength. Please give me the spiritual strength. Give me the faith for the Lord. Faith that he is begging a devotees. So therefore, the devotee never think that I am great. Even Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he say that how humble is the first thing one can be, the ornament of the devotees. Ornament of Vaishnava is humility. Jagai madai hoite muni se papista, purisara kito hoite muni se lagista. I am more sinful than Jagai madai, even lower than the worms in the stools. Who is saying? The author of Chaitanya Chaitamrita, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. At the old age of 90 plus, he is writing, compiling the magnum opus, the magnificent scriptures, Chaitanya Chaitamrita. How they are humble. Krishna also say, Bhagavad Gita, this fasting is amanittam. Fasting is say amanattam, amanityam, adambitam, ahimsa, kantir, ajjabham. Fasting is saying amanityam means humility. Fast is humility. Amanityam, humility. So this is the thing how Prahlāda Mahārāja is approaching the Nrsimhadev. The next verse, he prayed to Nrsimhadev, that very nice verse, very nice. Manya dhanavanjana rupa tapa sutatujas teja prabhava bala purusha buddhi yogaha bhaktya tutasya bhagavana gajadutapaya. So whole idea of our spiritual practice to please or satisfy the Lord. If Lord is satisfied, then everything is satisfied. Prabhupada used to quote that, what is that? Vigyantam, tasmin vigyantam, jasmin vigyantam, sarvameva vigyantam bhavati. Jagannatha tustam, jagata tustam. So Prahlāda Mahārāja said that one may possess wealth and aristocratic family, beauty, austerity, education, sensory expertise, luster, influence, physical strength, diligence, intelligence, mystic yogic power. But I think that even by all these qualifications, one cannot satisfy Supreme Personality of Godhead. However, one can satisfy the Lord simply by devotional service. Gajendra did this, thus the Lord was satisfied. What Gajendra said? Simply glorifying the Lord. Madrik prapanna pasupasa vimakkanaya muktaya bhuri karunaya namalaya. So simply glorifying the Lord. Sravanam kirtanam Vishnu smaranam. By the process of bhakti, he simply satisfied the Lord. So bhaktya tutasya bhagavana. So Prahlāda Mahārāja teaching us the lesson, the devotional service only satisfy the Lord. Nothing else. Nothing else. So therefore, it is said that there's a beautiful verses in this regard, that how Lord is not pleased with any kind of wealth, beauty, intelligence, but by bhakti only. That is also stated in so many verses. In Bhagavad Gita also Krishna says, Bhaktya mama vijanati javanja chasami tattva. So many places Krishna says bhakti. Here in this verse he says that to Uddhava, that na sadhayate, is 11, 14, 20. Na sadhayati mam yogo, na sankhyam dharma uddhava, na sodhaya tapastyaga, jatha bhaktir mamorjita. My dear Uddhava, the unalloyed devotional service rendered to me by my devotee bring me under their control. I cannot thus be controlled by those engaged in mystic yoga, Sankhya philosophy, pious work, Vedic study, austerity, or renunciation. No, Lord is not pleased all these things. Lord is pleased by the devotional service. The next verse also, Krishna says, continue, Bhaktyam ekah graha. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explained that even the liberation that ultimately occurs after great difficulty. So bhaktya only. He never say that any other thing. Bhaktyamam ekalagraha. You can come to me by bhakti only. Nayam sukhapa bhagavana. See, Krishna says that Nayam sukhapa bhagavana. Nayam sukhapa bhagavana dehinam gopika sutta. Ganinam cha atmabhutanam jatha bhakti matam. So bhakti only, no jnana, no karma, nor any kind of material qualification is useful or necessary for satisfying the Lord. You cannot satisfy the Lord by all this. Only by the process of bhakti. My bhaktiri bhutanam amritayave kalpate. He said to Gopi also, my bhaktiri bhutanam. That is the highest. No other thing. So here, very nice lesson that bhaktya tutasya bhagavan. You want to satisfy, you should perform devotional service. Like Gajendra did, and Lord satisfied, personally came and rescued him. Therefore, it is said that the beautiful verses Lord spoke to gopis. He spoke that my bhakti bhutanam amriteva kalpate. Rendering devotional service to me qualifies any living being for eternal life. But by your good fortune, you have developed a special loving attitude towards me, by which you have obtained me. See, this is a statement of the Lord Krishna to gopis, who are the exalted devotees, topmost devotee. So this is a very good lesson, Bhaktya Tutasya Bhagavana. So then, the next verse, he has given very nice that how Vipra Dishabda Guna Yutad Aravinda Nama Padarag Vimukta Sopam Sopacham Varishtam. So here he says that how devotees are exalted. After saying that devotional service only Lord is satisfied, then here saying that devotees are more exalted. A Brahmana has all 12 of the Brahminical qualification, as they are stated in the book called Sanat Sujata. But is not a devotee, is averse to the lotus feet of the Lord. He is certainly lower than a devotee who is dog eater, but has dedicated everything, the mind, word, activity, wealth, and life to the Supreme Lord. Such devotee is better than such a Brahmana, because the devotee can purify his whole family, whereas so-called Brahmana in a position of false prestige cannot purify even himself. So devotee is important, because devotee only performs devotional service. They surrendering to the lotus feet of the Lord. And devotional service, as previous words Prahlāda Mahārāja stated, that bhaktya tutasya bhagavana, only devotional service satisfies the Lord. Therefore, devotees, even though he is from a dog eater family, Chandal, if he is performing devotional service, he is better than a Brahmana with so much quality. Brahmana has got 12 qualities. Even a Brahmana has endowed with all quality, because he is not a devotee, he is not surrendered to Krishna. He cannot deliver himself, what to speak out family. That is very important, the exalted qualities of the devotees. There is a beautiful verses in this regard. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, as soon as he saw Sanatana Goswami, he spoke this word to Sanatana Goswami. What a wonderful. Akhyona phalam tadrasya twadrisya darsanam hi tono phalam tadrisya gatra sangaha Jiva phalam tadrasya kirtanam hi sudullabha bhagavata hi loke. Very beautiful verse. My dear Vaishnava, seeing a person like you is the perfection of one's eyesight. Touching your lotus feet is the perfection of the sense of touch. Glorifying your good quality is the tongue's real activities. For in the material world, it is very difficult to find a pure devotee of the Lord. Very rare. Manusyanam saharsesu. Kotisu mahamani. Very rarely we can get a devotee. So devotees are more exalted. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, seeing itself is the perfection of our eyesight. Hearing about him is the perfection of our ears. Speaking about them, perfection of our tongue. So that is the position of exalted devotee. Therefore, Prahlāda Mahārāja says that even a Brahmana have 12 qualities. If he is not a devotee, oh, then sorry, he is not qualified to deliver himself or to speak about his family. Therefore, one of the beautiful words, Aho bhatto sopachate garyan, ye jibhagre bhattate nama tubyam. Te pustapasche juhubu sansurarya brahmanuchur nama grinanti jate. This beautiful verses spoken. Oh, how glorious are they whose tongues are chanting your holy name. Even if born in the family of dog eaters, such person are worshipable. Person who chant the holy name of your lordship must have executed all kinds of austerity, fires and fire sacrifices, and achieved all the good manners of the Aryans. To be chanting the holy name of your lordship, they must have bathed at holy place of pilgrimage, studied the Vedas, and fulfilled everything required. See how Aho bhatto sopacha garyan. Even a dog eater, Chandala, the outcast, if they chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare, they are worshipable. They are better than all these Brahmanas having so much 12 qualities, but they are not devotees of the Lord. The very important lesson how the Vaishnavas are exalted than the Lord. The next lesson is also very important. The next verse is that Naivamanya, Naivatmanaha Prabhuayam Nijalava Punnam. Very important. Sometimes we ask money, please give some money for preaching, for temple service. No. Actually, they are thinking that why should I give to Lord? Lord is so rich. But here it is say that to give to the Lord, what will happen? Devotional service is for the benefit of the Lord, not benefit of the Lord, but benefit of the devotee. Lord is giving an opportunity. Yat korosi yad asnasi yad johasi dadasyat yat tapasyasi konte yat kurusa madarpanam. Whatever you do, never mind. You just are offering me. That way you connect to me. That is called yoga, bhakti yoga. When you connect to me, then you are free. You get benefit. What benefit? You will go back to Godhead. You will not be bound by the reaction. Jagyate karmana anyata lokoyam karma bandhana. Therefore, devotional service performed not for the benefit of the Lord, but benefit of the devotees. People do not understand. Why should I give this? Why should I serve? Why should I give time? Why should I give my body, my mind, my word? BMW, body, mind, word, money, wealth. Everything should be surrendered to me. Krishna says, Yat karosi, yad asnasi, yad josi, whatever charity, whatever work, whatever you give away as an offering to me, then we can establish the connection. Then you are free from the reaction. Otherwise, your activities will bind us again repeatedly in this material world, undergoing repeated birth and death. Continuously, we will be moving. The Supreme Lord, the Supreme Personality of Godhead is always fully satisfied with himself. Therefore, when something is offered to him, the offering by the Lord's mercy is for the benefit of the devotee, for the Lord does not need service from anyone. So therefore, devotional service is our benefit. Krishna is sought by the Lakshmi, Sata Saharsa Lakshmi, Samramam Sevayam Samam. Sata Saharsa, thousands of millions of Lakshmi is serving. He does not need our service. This is an opportunity for us, for our benefit. So this is a very nice verse. Then after this, because he's ātmārāma, Lord doesn't need anything for us. We are offering, actually, not that he's hungry. We are dressing him, we are serving him. It's not that he needs it, but this is our benefit. He's obliged, oh, he has done some service. Bhaktya tutasya bhagavana is pleases him. Otherwise, he doesn't need anything. And the next lesson will go that very beautiful lessons in this beautiful verses are there. Prahlāda Mahārāja says, O great one, O supreme Lord, because of combination with pleasing and displeasing circumstances and because of separation from them, one is placed in most regrettable position on heavenly or hellish planet. As if burning in a fire of lamentation, although there are many remedies by which to get out of miserable life. Any such remedies in the material world are more miserable than the miseries themselves. Therefore, I think that only remedy is to engage in your service. Kindly instruct me in such service. So, the very, very important. Service to the lotus feet of the Lord is only remedy. All other remedies is just creating another problem. Is creating more problem actually. So you cannot have material solution for a material problem. You should have a spiritual solution for material problem. So therefore, the spiritual you cannot get out. Material problem means we have got obnoxious misery. What is our material problem? Our real problem is the repeated birth and death. That is also spoken by the Prahlāda Mahārāja in this verse 37. So he says that our real problem is the real problem of life is the repetition of birth and death, which is like a wheel rolling repeatedly up and down. This wheel, however, completely stops when one is in touch with Supreme Personality of Godhead. In other words, by transcendental bliss realized from constant engagement in devotional service, one is completely liberated from material existence. All learned men know this. Therefore, my dear friend or son of Asura, immediately begin meditating upon worshipping the Super Soul within everyone. So, our real problem is birth and death, disease, old age. And no such material solution is available for this. Only solution for getting out from this problem is spiritual. Spiritual. Therefore, Prahlāda Mahārāja, the spiritual solution is surrendering unto me. Krishna also say that sarva dharman parityajam mam ekam saranam bhaja aham tvam sarva papebhyo mukhyasami ma sucha. Bhagavad Gita, the quintessence message that you surrender unto me, I will take you back from this suffering. Otherwise, any other remedies we have been trying since time immemorial is not fruitful. There is a very nice verses Prahlāda Mahārāja spoke that he said that in this material world, every materialistic desire to achieve happiness diminishes distress. Therefore, he acts accordingly. Actually, however, one is happy as long as one does not endeavor for happiness. As soon as one begins his activity for happiness, his condition of distress begins. See, more we want to find a solution of this material problem, more you become entangled, more problematic become. Just like traffic, you want to make a traffic, you want to make a road. For road, making a car, I want to solve the problem, I am making a car. Vehicles. For vehicles, we need road, we need traffic, so much complexity, so much accident. So we entangle in its complexity. We create atom bomb. What happened? The problem is that we destroy the Japan, Hiroshima, Nagasaki. It will destroy the whole world. We are trying to solve the problem, material problem with material solution. That is not going to work. Only spiritual solution is important. To surrendering to the lotus feet. That is only remedy. That is a wonderful lesson. Then our next lesson is given by Prahlāda Mahārāja, the duty of a devotee. What is the duty of a devotee? Duty of a devotee is that O my Lord Nrsimhadev, by engaging in your transcendental loving service, in the association of devotee who are liberated soul Hansa, I shall become completely uncontaminated by the association of three modes of material nature. Be able to chant the glories of your Lordship, who are so dear to me. I shall chant your glories following exactly the footstep of Lord Brahma and his disciplic successor. In this way, I shall undoubtedly be able to cross the ocean of Nisan. Very important verses. Prabhupada writing a devotee life duty are very well explained here. So, first of all, you should, in association of devotee, one should chant, one should perform the devotional service. Tadera charana sevi bhakta sane vas, janame janame moro ehi avilas. Narottam Das Thakur say that life after life, my desire to execute devotional service in association of devotee. When association of devotee, one can easily purify himself. That is spoken by the also Kapil Dev. सतंग प्रसंगम मम वीर संविद भवंति उत्कन रसायन कथा तज्जोसनादसो अपवर्ग वर्तमानी सदा रतिर भक्तिर अनुक्रमिष्यति. In the association of pure devotee, discussion of pastime activity of Supreme Lord, Supreme Personality of Godhead is very pleasing and satisfying to the ear and the heart. By cultivating such knowledge, one gradually becomes advanced on the path of liberation. Thereafter, he is freed and his attraction becomes fixed. Then real devotional service begins. So that is the thing. Association of devotees, we will purify ourselves. Purify. It's very purificatory. It says that many verses in this regard is there. Here it says that simply by devotee association, one easily can be pure. You say that this verse 1:15. Many verses are there in this regard. O Suto, the great says, who have completely taken shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord can at once sanctify those who come in touch with them, whereas the water of Ganges can sanctify only after prolonged use. So how devotees are exalted? Simply by come in contact with them, one can purify. So many verses in this regard also there. There's a verses where it is said that many verses are there in this regard, that how in touch with devotees, association is so purifying. So in this regard, then the next lesson of Prahlāda Mahārāja is very nice. He said that the protection, you cannot get protection, so-called insurance. Balas neha smaranam pitaruna singha. The beautiful verse Prabhupada used to quote. My dear Nrsimhadev, my Lord Nrsimhadev, Supreme, O Supreme, because of bodily conception of life, embodied soul neglected, not cared for by, you cannot do anything for their betterment. Whatever remedies they accept, although perhaps temporarily beneficial, are certainly impermanent. For example, father and mother cannot protect their child. A physician and medicine cannot relieve a suffering person. A boat on the ocean cannot protect the drowning man. So the very, very important point here is that just like material arrangement cannot truly protect us. Maybe temporarily, medicine, just like I've got fever, I'm temporarily take some paracetamol. I can relieve from the fever, but I cannot stop death. I cannot stop disease. So all this material arrangement cannot truly protect us. Just like a parent cannot save a child, a medicine cannot guarantee the life. A boatman cannot always save the passenger in the ocean, save one in the ocean. So similarly, without Supreme Lord, without real protection coming from the Lord Nrsimhadev, all others are temporary, impermanent. Impermanent. Therefore, Krishna says, you surrender to me, I will protect you. Krishna says, 931, Pratijani hi kaunteya nami bhakta pranasati. I will give all protection to my devotee. They will never vanquish. So once you surrender to Krishna, that guarantee is given. Balasya neha pitro narsinga. Otherwise, very, very difficult. Very difficult to, material arrangement cannot do anything. In this regard also, the next lesson he has given that people are very proud of their material opulence, longevity, career, bank balance. Here it is said that Prahlāda Mahārāja giving a very important lesson. My dear Lord, people in general want to be elevated to higher planetary system for a long duration of life, opulence, enjoyment. But I have seen all of this through the activities of my father. When my father was angry, he laughed sarcastically at the demigod. They were immediately vanquished simply by seeing the movement of his eyebrow. Yet my father, who was so powerful, has now been vanquished by you within a moment. So, so-called longevity, the so-called the insight of the verses is that so-called long life, wealth, opulences, power, promotion to higher planetary system, that will not help. All these are fragile. All these are temporary, just a momentary. Just momentary, just a, what you say, fragile very. And he was giving an example that realization from his own father Hiranyakashipu. He was so powerful, the demigod also flee by fear. So powerful, he has got all the things. Hiranya means gold, Kashipu means bed. He has got all opulence, all enjoyment, all power, well, everything. He got benediction from Brahma, but still he was vanquished within a moment by the Lord. Therefore, is destroyed in a moment by the Lord. Therefore, so-called, all this opulence, longevity has no value without protection of the Lord. He has got no value. What is the value of material opulence? Prabhupada given a very nice purport. He has said that history also have already witnessed Hitler, Mussolini, Gandhi, Nehru, British Empire. All they have come and gone into oblivion. This impermanent, everything. My dear Lord, now I have complete experience concerning the worldly opulence, mystic power, longevity, other material pleasure enjoyed by all living entities, from Lord Brahma down to the ant. As a powerful time, you destroy them all. Therefore, because of my experience, I do not wish to possess them. My dear Lord, I request you to place me in touch with your pure devotee. Let me serve him as a sincere servant. Very important point. Wonderful benediction. He told, I have already got the realization, and why I should aspire for any kind of all kind of things. Why should I pray? Why should I aspire for all the things? I have seen my father is a champion of materialistic. His millions of Elon Musk, the richest person in the world, cannot compare with him. Actually, rich men are not so happy. You see, Elon Musk got 2-time divorce. When his child, girl, become 18 years, he gave an immediate statement. He went to court that I have no relationship with my father. In an interview, he was asked that whom you are. Somebody said that I want to be like Elon Musk. He told no, I do not want to myself as Elon Musk. Frustrating. So here it is also say that I do not want that. This kind of thing is very momentary also. Even though one is very happy, popped up all the things like Hiranyakashipu, but within a moment it can be lost. So therefore, the real prayer is that, my dear Lord, I request you to place me in the touch with your pure devotee. Let me serve him as a sincere servant. Gopi Bhattu Pada Kamalaya Dasa Dasa Dasana Dasa. This is our Chaitanya Mahaprabhu teaching, that we want to be always pray to servant of the servant of the. Bhakti Vinod Thakur say in this song that Brahma, I do not want to be Brahma if it is bereft from the devotional service. I want the dog in a devotee's house. So that is the prayer of our understanding, realization of a devotee. This is a very important lesson. Not that we are going to Lord, my Lord, give me BMW, Rolls Royce, because I am doing devotional service. No, this is not the real asset. Real thing is to approach the Lord, to place in not only his servant, servant of the servant. That is our position. In this material world, every living entity desires some future happiness, which is exactly like a mirage in the desert. Where is water in the desert, or in other words, where is happiness in the material world? As for this body, what is its value? It is merely source of various diseases. The so-called philosophers, scientists, politicians know this very well, but nonetheless they aspire for temporary happiness. Happiness is very difficult to obtain, but because they are unable to control their sense, they run after the so-called happiness of material world and never come to the right conclusion. This is very good, very nice verse. He says that the happiness is impossible, it's a mirage. So-called happiness, Maya Sukha, is a very mirage actually, mirage in the desert. There is no happiness as such. We are thinking our perception is wrong. We are thinking there is happiness. So therefore happiness is impossible. So the next lesson is that the next lesson is very nice. He spoke about the conditioned soul, compassion for the conditioned soul. The 4 verses, you can learn very important verses 41 to 44. So now you see the true quality of a Vaishnava. Vaishnava means paropakara, always concerned about others, always wanted to do some welfare activity. They are well-wisher. Prabhupada is writing, always in the end of the letter I write, your well-wisher. I cannot be otherwise. So a devotee is always well-wisher. Like Lord is always well-wisher of the conditioned soul. Sridham sarvabhutanam. Devotee also, Sridham sarvadehinam. Always well-wisher. So here Prahlāda Mahārāja is speaking, my dear Lord, you are always transcendently situated on the other side of the river of death. But because of the reaction of our own activity, we are suffering on this side. That side is spiritual world. Paratasmastu anya bhava, vyakta sanatana. Spiritual world, Vaikuntha. Vaikuntha means Vigata Kunta Jasmad iti Vaikuntha. There is no Kuntha, no anxiety, no suffering, no birth, death, disease, old age, nothing. So here, Kuntha, this world where we are staying called Kuntha Loka, Martya Loka. Kuntha Loka means full of anxieties. Everybody is anxiety. Sada samudigna bhava. From president to aunt, from rich person to poor, everybody is in anxiety. Therefore, it is called Kuntha Loka. That is Vaikuntha. So here, Prahlāda Mahārāja is saying that you are in Vaikuntha, but we are in this Kuntha Loka, repeatedly suffering the pain of birth and death, eating horrible things. Now kindly look upon us, not only upon me, but also upon all others who are suffering. By your causeless mercy and compassion, deliver us and maintain us. What a beautiful prayer. He is not praying for himself. That is selfishness. Praying for universal prayer for everybody. Sarve sukhinna bhavantu, sarve bhavantu niram. Our Vaishnava philosophy is sarve sukhinna, compassion. This is Vaishnava. Vaishnavism means full of compassion. Never think of himself. Oh my Lord, O Supreme Personality of Godhead, original spiritual master of entire world. What is the difficulty for you who manage the affair of the universe is delivering the fallen soul engaged in your devotional service? You are a friend of all suffering humanity, and for great personality, it is necessary to show mercy to foolish. Therefore, I think you will show your causeless mercy to person like us who engage in you. Wonderful prayer. No? My Lord, you are anyway well-wisher. Please show your mercy to us. Priya Janam Anusevatam now indicate that Supreme Lord, Supreme Personality of Godhead is very favorable to devotee who act according to his instruction of his own pure devotee. Therefore, one must become the servant of the servant of the servant of the Lord. If one wants to become the servant of the Lord directly, this is not fruitful engaging in the service of the Lord's servant. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Goti Gopi Bhuttu Pada Kamalya Dasa Dasang. So here it is very compassion. He is showing compassion. That my Lord, please deliver us. Naivadajya Paradurataya Vaitaranya Tadvirya Gayana Mahamruta Magnachita. Socheta Vimukha Cheta Sandriyartha Maya Sukhaya Bharam Udbhat Vimna. So he says that, O best of great personality, I am not at all afraid of material existence. For wherever I stay, I am fully absorbed in the thought of your glories and activities. My concern is only for the fools and rascals who are making elaborate plans for material happiness, maintaining their families, society, and country. I am simply concerned with love for them. How much compassion these devotees are. Always paropakara. This is a prayer by a pure devotee. He never asks for himself, asks for everybody. Always think of welfare of others. Finally, he spoke very nice words in this contest. He said that Prayana Deva Munaya Sumimukta Kam Maunam Charandi Vijanena Pararthanista. So he said that my dear Lord, my dear Nrsingadev, my dear Lord Nrsingadev, I see that there are many saintly persons indeed, but they are interested only in their own deliverance. So many saintly persons, but they want their Somukti, not caring for the big cities and towns. They go to the Himalayas and forest to meditate with vows and silence of Maunabhat. They are not interested in delivering others. As for me, however, I do not wish to be liberated alone, leaving aside all these poor fools and rascals. I know that without Krishna consciousness, without taking shelter of lotus feet, one cannot be happy. Therefore, I used to bring them back to shelter at your lotus feet. So this is a beautiful verse. Beautiful. So much broad-minded. He told, I do not want. There are many saints, they want their somukti, their own liberation, but I do not want. This is the example of Prabhupada. Prabhupada is a personification of Prahlāda Mahārāja, the mood of Prahlāda Mahārāja. He do not want to liberate it. He went, he was very well-being. He was in Vrindavan, Radha Damodar temple. He was very comfortable. No. He went at the vague age of 69. He went to America, undergoing so much trial, tribulation, big cities. Sadhus are not interested to, usually they do not go to these cities and towns, because towns and city are headquarters of Maya. But the sadhus, real sadhu, like Prabhupada, he do not want to be liberated himself. He want to deliver the conditioned soul. He went to place where the headquarters of Maya, New York, America, to deliver them. So that is called paropakara, the compassion, extreme compassion, extremely magnanimous. Prabhupada, Prahlāda Mahārāja, these are very exalted souls. His only business to remain Krishna consciousness. Paradurataya Vaitaranya. Very nice purport also you can. So after this beautiful compassion, showing his compassion prayer, now Prahlāda Mahārāja is now going to then Nrsingadev very much happy with Prahlāda Mahārāja, because he showed a true Vaishnava quality. He not only wished to be liberated, he wanted to deliver everyone. So Nrsingadev wanted to give him benediction, bring him back to Vaikuntha. But Prahlāda Mahārāja denied. He said, Oh my Lord, I am your unmotivated servant. You are my eternal master. There is no need of our being anything other than master and servant. You are naturally my master. I am naturally your servant. We have no other relationship. He told, No, I am your servant. Jivera Swarupa Nitya Krishna Das. I am meant to, my existence is meant for the purpose of serving you. That's all. I do not want anything. This is our relationship. There should be no other transaction between you and me. O my Lord, best of the givers of benediction, if you at all want to bestow a desirable benediction upon me, then I pray that your Lordship, that within the core of my heart there is no material desire. So this is a beautiful prayer. One should not approach the Lord for material desire. Devotion without material desire is the perfection of highest form of devotional service. Anya vilasita sunyam jnana karmadi anarvitam. Anukulyana krishnanushilanam bhakti rutam. The first class bhakti. Because relationship based on the service, surrender and love, that is real. No material motivation. Motivated devotee and neophyte devotee, they want something for their devotional service. All this karmi, jnani, yogi, all they also transcendentalists. They do all the things, but they have some desire. The karmi, they want to enjoy. They want opulences. My Lord, I'm offering you this rolls, the banana, the coconut, breaking coconut. Give me BMW. Give me some opulence. Give me appraisal, salary appraisal. So they are transaction. They want something. Artha arthati jnani jigyansu. They have some desire, motivation. The jnanis has motivation. They want to be more with Krishna. They want to be God, equal to God. The yogis also, they want some mystic power. So all these people are called kami. They desire something, not pure, adulterated, not under. It's adulterated bhakti. Real unadulterated bhakti. Prahlāda Mahārāja is exhibiting by his example. Therefore, he is called Mahajana. He is called Acharya. By Acharya, by his conduct, he is preaching. So now he is saying, no, I do not want wealth. I do not want anything. Anything, not even protection. No wealth, no protection, no liberation. Only service. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also say, na dhanam na janam sundarim kavitam bhajagadisa kame mama janmani janmani sare bhavatad bhakti rahiti. That is pure devotion. Anya vilasita sunya. So this is a beautiful prayer. This is very nice things. One should learn all the things. They're very nice prayers. Nice, important lesson. So he telling, if you want to give something, there should not be any material desire. No. Because material desire are the impediment. Bhogosyara prasaktanam. Bhogosyara prasaktanam. He say that Krishna say they are impediment. Bhogosyara prasaktanam. Tasya, what is that? Tasya aprahita chetasam. Vyavasaitmika buddhau samadho na vidyate. So these are impediment. Therefore, he is asking that I do not want anything. I do not want any desire in my heart. Because this desire in the heart means I am distant from you. I am keeping distance from you. I am going away from you. Oh my Lord, because of lusty desire from very beginning of one's birth, the function of one's sense, mind, life, body, religion, patience, intelligence, shyness, opulence, strength, memory, and truthfulness are vanquished. So this is what he thinks. He is also saying the same thing. Because of this Bhogoshara Prasaktanam, Tai Aprahata Chetasa, Vyavasaitmika buddho na vidyate, samadho na vidyate. Because of this material desire, we are now contaminated. We are away from the Lord. We do not know what is all our good quality is vanquished because of this lusty desire. So therefore, I do not want any kind of desire. I do not want to ask any kind of desire. So that is the pure devotee, how he is asking prayer. We should learn from him. Na dhanam na janam. Simply bhakti, nothing else. So finally, there's a beautiful verses, the how a devotees like Prahlāda Mahārāja can deliver not only him but his generation. Nrsimhadev is speaking this verse. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, my dear Prahlāda, O most pure, O great saintly person, your father has been purified along with his 21 forefather in your family. Because you are born in family, the entire dynasty has been purified. A Vaishnava can deliver. But that is the power of the bhakti. A Vaishnava devotee is so exalted, he can purify 21 generations, ups and down. So to become a devotee is most important thing. Tasmat yogi bhava, you become a devotee in all circumstances. So finally it is stated that that those who follow your example, Nrsimhadev himself stated this thing. This is a proposition of Supreme Lord Nrsimhadev. Those who follow your example will naturally become my pure devotees, and you are the best example of my devotee, and others should follow in your footsteps. So that is very important. Mahajana Janagata Sakunda. So we should imbibe the lesson Prahlāda Mahārāja is giving, that how one should surrender to Supreme Lord without any reservation. So many lessons are there from the beginning, how humility, how he was very much saying that Bhaktya Tutasya Bhagavana, the devotional service Lord is purified. How the Brahmin, having so much quality, cannot deliver, but a devotee, a Vaishnava is powerful, he can deliver himself and others. And devotional service not for the benefit of devotees, sorry, benefit of the Lord. He is ātmārāma, he is fully satisfied, but for us. How we are trying to solve the problem of material world by material solution, that cannot happen. Only by surrendering to the lotus feet of the Lord, we can get out from this repeated birth and death. We can solve the problem, not by any other method. All other remedies are more problematic than the problem itself. Therefore, he is praying that I do not want all kind of opulences, because I have seen my father was great champion of materialistic. He has got everything, but he was vanquished within a moment. So I do not want. I pray that you place me you made me your servant of the servant. And then showing compassion, my Lord, I am not interested to go back to Godhead, going to Vaikuntha. I want to deliver all the people other side of Vaikuntha, Martyalok, Kuntalok. This, I want everybody should deliver to Vaikuntha. I do not want alone. Finally, he is telling that I have no other desire. Only if you want to give me some benediction, I do not want anything. I am your servant. You are my master. It's a natural relationship. Better, if you really want to give me, there should not be any material desire. Because material desire will vanquish all our good qualities that is necessary for approaching the Supreme Lord. Finally, Nrsimhadev has spoke that you are great devotees, your generation has been delivered, and you are the best example of my devotee. Anybody who follows you, they will become my pure devotee. So very important lessons. I summarize it. So thank you very much. One must read it again and again. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is repeatedly hearing every day Prahlāda Mahārāja lessons, Prahlāda Mahārāja teaching, this Prahlāda Nrsimha-lila. So I should request and recommend that everybody should go through all these lessons and learn and apply in our life. Thank you very much. Ganthra Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki jai, Prahlāda Mahārāja ki jai, Nrsimhadev Bhagavan ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari.